What is going on, y'all? Day 4 of the Post-it Challenge. We are joined here on May 4th. I hope you are having a good one. May the 4th be with you. We're going to kick it off for the group. I am just so happy and grateful for everyone joining us behind the scenes at GoPro with Cade. That's a behind the scenes vision and view of everything we're doing with the Post-it Challenge, everything we're doing with Synergy collaborations, and kind of getting this mission and message out there. So happy and grateful everyone joining us on YouTube. Make sure you are sharing. And if you want to be enrolled in our next Post-it Challenge, we are kicking off on May 15th. That's going to be an awesome opportunity for business owners, influencers, social media experts, and in particular, we have some fitness and nutrition experts that are going to be joining us on May 15th. So if you haven't, go to postitchallenge.com. We're going to be closing down the May 1st through 5th cohort, and we're going to be joining the next one, 15th through the 19th, which is going to be awesome. So again, it's postitchallenge.com. As always, we're going to encourage you to have an accountability partner. And if you want access, we are, slowly and dripping out this opportunity for people to join us live on Zoom. We have about 74 registrants, people that get engaged. They get special access to Zoom rooms and VIP slots. Shout out to you, Adrian. Shout out to you, Darian. Shout out to you, Olivia. Shout out to everyone that posted their I Am Hope selfie into the Consistent Entrepreneurs Accountability Group. And yesterday, we opened my screen as I, shared exactly how you can be a Shredditor, right? The simple and easy ways that we can turn around high quality content. I know some of the people that I've worked with, the clients, that they see what you can do with an iPhone now or an Android. And really, it kind of changes and shifts the paradigm a little bit. I got involved in 2018 with an online film school called Full-Time Filmmaker, got certified and credentialed there. The course itself cost me about $750, but also the equipment, that's upwards of tens of thousands of dollars, and the time, frustration, learning Adobe Premiere Pro, After Effects, Audition, all these things that you might be familiar with. But now what you can do with simple apps like CapCut, we shared this in our Success Kit in the Post-it Challenge. We also have GoPro Quick, just different opportunities for us to get started. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it to our Zoom room and our members access area above here and get started. It is day 4 of the Post-it Challenge. So we have an awesome offer, especially made and curated for those that are trying to get it to a next level. If anyone wants to kind of get together in person, we like to bring people together. Our business is called Synergy Collaborations. I've run an agency for the last 5 years, posting over 10,000 times for ourselves and our clients. And our goal as well is like helping creators that believe in this concept, right? Like I am hope. And this concept of I am hope is really rooted and stemming from this idea that entrepreneurs and creators are hope, and using social media platforms, using this to show what we're doing on a daily basis, bridging the gap from people from where they are to where they want to be, and giving them the behind the scenes on what they need to do to make it that way. That's kind of what I've been sharing with you guys behind the scenes. So for our members, you guys know in our members area, postitchallenge.com/access, you're able to see the behind the scenes view as well. These recordings will come down in the next 72 hours. For those that have the Success Kit, we do different versions of the Post-it Challenge. Post-it Challenge for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, real estate agents, accountants. We've had actors in here, an Actors Guild, producers in here. So it's really, really fun to just divvy out and kind of make different Post-it Challenge. Like I said, we're going to have a fitness one coming around. So be tuned in your email. We're going to have plenty of offers for y'all. This is the 5-day free challenge. We've had the 21-day boot camp in the past, and this is going to be a super fun opportunity for all of us to work together, right? Like we talked about on day 2 and on day 1, the key to posting consistently is... Let me know if you guys know that. Like, I want to see you guys on Cade with GoPro. Like, the key to posting consistently is, and actually, Livy, the key to posting consistently is
not doing it alone.
Yeah. Not doing it alone, right? Not doing it alone, doing it with a team, and it's critical. Me and my fiance, my business partner, we've kind of run this brand of OK World Travel, taking to the streets, and I've tried to do a lot of things alone, like in giving up control. If you ever struggle with that, like you're kind of just like me, like I've definitely struggled with giving up control. The idea of I can do it better, right? Outsourcing, and then if I can do it better, why would I want to pay someone else to do it if I'm gonna do it better? Like if anyone's ever been there, kind of relinquishing control, you're in good company, but I learned from mentors like Russell Brunson early on. He has his one funnel away challenge, and he talks about the concept of finding your who, not your how. And what I want to do is give you a little bit of a mix with that because I know media, videographers, creatives, there's kind of this schism between how much they want to show you versus how much they want you to perceive as magic, right? And what I want to do is kind of lift the veil a little bit, give you more of a behind the scenes on, some of these tools you can be leveraging. Captions, we went over yesterday. I remember when I used to start like kind of looking at Gary Vee and modeling his content, you'd see captions overlaid on his Instagram or his TikToks. And I was like, oh, that's really compelling. And it makes sense because he knows like everything's moving towards kind of short form content, at least to grab people's attention, and then getting these little hooks and open loops to lead them to your long form content, but keeping content or keeping their attention moving. And that's where we have opportunities to kind of like use CapCut to auto-transcribe minutes of footage, right? We did that from our mobile phone yesterday on day 3, and then create little compelling loops, adding an arrow, changing colors every 3 seconds, just so our audience is engaged. So if we have 10 seconds or 15 seconds on a reel, how can we keep them engaged every second, second and a half, introducing a new frame, angle, picture, and this is what I don't want to overwhelm you with all the tactics here, right? This is where it is. It's tactical. And you can go to YouTube University, pick up all these tactics for free. You can get all this time. Like, you can follow your best influencers and experts. Like, that's what I do, right? Modeling content, like looking at what other people are using, what's working. But what I'm kind of talking about is, like I said, not doing it alone. Because when you're posting and maybe feeling like you're posting into a void, or you're posting in your own head and like kind of creating a bubble, not really understanding and getting good feedback from the people around you. Or, we used to do these things in 2018, 2019 when we first ran our social media management agency. They're called pods or engagement groups, right? And everyone, like 10 people, we'd all commit to like liking and engaging and sharing each other's posts. And what did that do? It kind of quote unquote tricked the algorithm a little bit to like showing and thinking people who were super engaged. It also gave you a ton of social proof. When you looked at the post, it had comments and likes. That was awesome. But what we actually figured out on the back end and why it truly was a viable strategy, people thought of it as just a black market or black hat marketing tactic. But why it truly was a strategy, for example, on Instagram, they had this little section in the activity bubble. And it didn't just say what happened for your own followers, right? Or for your own following. It actually gave you a section that said what your followers or the people you were following or people that followed you were doing too. So what you could actually do by using this little social engagement strategy is what we call social attention marketing now. Because everyone was liking, commenting, engaging on each other's posts, let's say we each had 1,000 followers. So 10 of us like, comment, and engage on each other's posts. Well, if we were actually hyper-targeted and niche down, right? Let's say we were all in the health market, maybe fitness. If we like, comment, and engage on each other's stuff, it would actually broadcast and magnify us to the other followers and people in the pod's audiences. So it actually was this idea of like synergy collaboration, right? Like people working together to not just, get a couple likes and comments, but garnish that attention together. And that's what you see the best of them do. Oprah Winfrey is absolutely known for this, right? From the early stages of her career, she was positioned with the celebrities, the royalty, the people that were known in everyone's mind, right? That had real estate in people's mind, not just in this country, throughout the world. And what happened? She became one of the most successful, if not the most successful women for me, like for my generation. That's who I aspire and think of. Like, I love my niece and nephews, and I think of like, hey, a woman that made it happen is in control and like actually is like using her platform to help others. Like, I think she's a great model for people and especially younger generations to be following. So that's where I've always said, like, I don't want to be the next Oprah Winfrey. I don't want to be the next Donald Trump, right? Like, I want to be Cade. And that is kind of representing me identifying who I am, what I can kind of impact people with. And that's where I personally have posted over 10,000 times myself and for our clients, right? We kind of talked about over the last couple of days the credible content 6-step model. Understanding your vision for posting, right? Where are we today? Where do we want to go? And what do we need to do to make it that way? Right now that we have our vision for posting, we can commit, right, publicly. Use these platforms as an opportunity to say, hey, on May 4th, this is what I'm saying I'm going to do. I'm going to launch a summit in July. Hey, I'm publicly committing to do it. I'm going to post every day. I'm publicly committing to you guys. I'm going to do it, right? Whatever we can do, we identified where we were, what we needed to do to make it, the vision come to a reality, and we publicly commit to that. Right? We document that commitment. If you guys have been using Facebook for a little bit, you post on Instagram stories, you post on Facebook, they have the memories wall. How powerful is it when someone is able to post something from their memories wall 7 years ago? Especially if it was a commitment they made. Or, I don't know if you guys kind of heard my story, June 1st, 2019, sick and tired of being sick and tired, feeling a little bit of overweight, right? And, I was strong in my wealth values. Community was rocking. Spirit was rocking. Personal development, all these things, creation. I was creating more than ever. But I would look in the mirror and I'd feel down. So that one maxim, that one value held me down and made me not feel like I was living the successful life and like kind of making it happen every day, right? It really was pulling me down. So how can we adjust and pinpoint that thing that we need to change? Not just avoid, the hard things to do, but identify the hard things that we can do, ponying up and publicly committing to it, and then giving us the opportunity to use that public commitment to allow people to positively help us on that mission. Jamie Mustard, he talks about how many ads the average person used to see about 50 years ago, right? It was about 500 ads every day. Now it's upwards of about 15,000, between social media and YouTube. And he has a great book. It's called The Iconist. We've given it away in a couple post challenges. The idea that he really wants to focus on is not so much how difficult it is to, reach people. It's more on what is that impact having on the people that are trying to reach people, for all of us that are posting, trying to reach our dream customer, trying to reach the people we think we can positively impact. Like if we have a positive message, a positive mission, or a service, or results we know we can deliver, and we know that market is out there and we're not positively, generating income because it's a synergy collaboration there, a symbiotic relationship. 2, not able to solve their problems. And if we're solving things from the things that we needed in the past, like we know the struggle that people might be going through. We know the fear that they might be facing. Like you see me now, like on camera, like you guys are watching me streaming live behind the scenes and you're like, oh, Kate's so confident doing that. It's like, really, like watch the multiple 100-day challenges I did where one was record a minute video every day for 100 days. And then I said, record a minute video or 3-minute video every day for 100 days and post it. And then it went, go live every day for 100 days. And then it went, tell a story every day for 100 days. I've done those challenges, like legitimately. Like go follow me on Facebook. If anyone's here on Zoom or in our members area, go follow, check it out. Like these are publicly out there. And that's what it's about, committing, documenting the journey. And that's where I'm not about those fake gurus that are selling us challenges of the things that they say you should do. Like I'd rather see the journey of what like people are doing. And that's where I respect some of the gurus that are giving people using technology to give people more and more of a behind the scenes window. And like I said, like demystify the magic, like take it away. So for all of us joining us, thank you so much. Again, in our Post-it Challenge members area, we have that success kit. But something I want to go over real quick is this idea, just kind of a little bit of a review of what we did over the last few days, right? We committed in the Consistent Entrepreneurs Accountability Group, I Am Hope. On day 2, we went over the credible content 6-step model part 1, which was this idea of having your vision. Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, right, has this idea of James Cameron and his compelling vision. Like, how do you make Titanic happen? How do you make Avatar happen? How do you get people to throw down $100 million for this, a bunch of blue people running around this random foreign planet and you have this $1 billion blockbuster? Like, how do you construct? Like, it's about having a compelling vision, not just a basic vision, a compelling one, right? So what's the compelling vision that we're working on? What's the vision for us? What's the vision for our posts? For me, I know I can positively impact one, and I'm working to positively impact trillions of people's lives. If I can show people that I'm actually living that day in and day out, I actually believe that it's going to give someone the hope to just do the things they know they can do to positively impact others. Like Tupac talks about, I might not be the one to change the world, but I might ignite the mind that does. Like, if I can do that with every single post, like if every single post can just inspire someone to be like, bro, you know what? Cade's posts suck. Like, if he's doing it, I should do it. Like, I actually gig out on that kind of stuff because I remember when I was 20 years old, seeing a network marketer making $250,000, a college dropout, and I being like, if this guy can do it, I can do it. Like, what the heck? So I have the honor and grace of I'm in masterminds with people that have not just master's degree, PhDs, have been teaching, retiring, selling their company, right? Having to be displaced in the middle of COVID after a 50-year brick and mortar, right? People are coming in with true experience without the ability to meet people on digital platforms. So it doesn't matter where you are today with your ability to use these tools because the playing field's really equal. You just need to identify where are the people you're trying to impact. What are the things you can deliver them on a consistent basis? Because this is about the long term. The long term. Holding that consistency and credibility and authority for the long term in your mind. Not for the sale that we want transactionally this next week. Not for the sale that we might ask. And, I have a $10,000 offer for you guys for today's call. You're probably going to be like, $10,000, Kate? Hell no. I've never paid $10,000 for anything that's not like a student loan or a car or a house. Exactly. I get it. Like, I pay Russell Brunson $30,000 a year just for his coaching. For the last 2 years, I'll send you the excuse me, this isn't the NSFW one. I'll show you the statements. Like, it costs money to make money, but you got to surround yourself with people that are willing to shell it out so you can create an environment that we're all in. Like, if you're in the room, you're all in. So no one's wasting each other's time here, right? Like, we've been doing these accountability programs since June 1st, 2019, right? That first one, sitting with Andrew Weiss saying, bro, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I know my butt needs to run every day for 100 days. Like, I'm running a social media management agency. I'm posting for other people. I'm posting for clients, but I'm not posting myself. That's where I was. I wasn't posting for my own personal brands, but I was posting on behalf of others. And me believing that this is the key to impacting positively, like helping other people with their mission and their motive. So that was such a disconnect from my identity. So what did I do? I committed. I said, I'm going to post every day for 100 days. I said, I'm going to run a mile every day for 100 days. And just to add a little cherry on top, like I said, I'm not going to eat any candy again for 100 days as well. I eat a lot of candy. I like the candy, the sweets. But that was my first real public commitment. I went live with my fiance. I went live with my buddy Andrew Weiss, and we said, hey, I'm putting down $500. He's putting down $500. My fiance, girlfriend at the time, was putting down $500. And we said, hey, we're going to prove every single day that we do the action. I committed to doing a mile every day for 100 days. I committed to posting on social media every day for 100 days. And I committed to not eating candy every day for 100 days. And I will commit to showing you, this community, every day for 100 days, that if you're going to be about it, be about it. Like, that's what it was about. So we were just putting our money where our mouth was, knowing that there was some public incentive. If anyone's in personal development, having other people bought into the commitment is key. But what was cool too is I kind of was social media marketing, right? Like, why not just use this as an opportunity to post? Like, Gary Vee says, post 100 times a day. If you're not doing that, you're missing the greatest opportunity in the world. And we're like, dude, I don't have a team. 100 posts a day. Do you know how ridiculous? I mean, it is ridiculous. I'm telling you guys, I'm coming from a place, I understand how ridiculous it is, but the mindset of getting there will help you see the gaps that you're actually missing. Yes, doing that alone is absolutely ridiculous. A group of 3 interns and a college student that is pretty decent, it's not that hard anymore. I mean, you throw my niece, nephew, or a daughter into the mix, you might actually get there. You throw your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, sibling, aunt, uncle into the mix, now we can make this happen, right? It's this idea of how are you going to get there versus I can't get there, I'm not going to be able to do it. So that's where we have this opportunity, right, to quickly and easily shred it, document, create, and distribute amazing content that can, one, get people to take action. Because we're getting people to stop and getting their attention. What's the action we're looking for them to take? For anyone that's in the marketing world, we know this call to action, right? What is the action that your content's making them have? Okay, one, is it making them subscribe? Is it making them like? Is it making them just think? Cool, all the basics. If you're Coca-Cola, that shit works. But if you don't have like a compelling offer on the back end, some socially engineered moment of time where multiple people are positioning your posts. Who is posting your posts? Are you just posting your own posts to your feed and not knowing why you're not growing? Yes, I get it. Now I get it. You need your posts to be so good that someone else would literally, on a 1 million subscriber feed on Instagram, would say, hey, you don't even have to pay the fee for us to put your post on. This is valuable content. I'll just put it there. Because that's what a lot of this is, by the way. Like, there is social engineering behind a lot of what we see on Instagram, Facebook. These Kardashians didn't just organically get there. Charli D'Amelio did not just organically get there as much as TikTok is the hottest thing. Like, it is a strategy. It is a campaign. And knowing how we can do these things together, right? Identifying who has already attracted, gotten our dream customer together, and how can we work with them to create content that, one, positions us with credibility and authority. How can we get positioned in influencer posts? One, if you don't do summits are great opportunities. Zoom interviews, COVID-19, that positioned and made it normal for people to have high quality interviews via Zoom and charge $2,500 a month to see that content. I pay $2,500 a month to people to see their Zoom recordings, yo. Like, because you get some real content. So it's exciting when you can reframe the value that you're bringing to the marketplace, where you are with your posts. Are you coming from a reporter role? You know, when we think about the original Instagram pages we would help set up and run, you know, it was kind of like a category page, a basketball page, right? A football page, you know, this isn't for NSFW, like a butt page, like that kind of stuff, right? You know, people would come together, and that might be a great place then to, you know, there's just sell beer and stuff like that. I'm just saying, you actually have to think about what is the purpose of your page. If you're running a personal brand, let's say you're a successful network marketer, direct marketer, you're trying to be an influencer, you're an author, speaker, that's a different approach. But the techniques and strategies are actually relatively the same. The actual visual is kind of what changes. The people that are sharing your content is what changes a little bit. So that's where what we want to do is go over, again, we talked about I Am Hope. If we are entrepreneurs, you know, we are the people that can make the change in the world. If we have frameworks, if we're a creator, not just an entrepreneur is just someone that takes on extraordinary risk, right, to create a venture or some change. Like, that's what I think an entrepreneur. So if that's someone that's taking on 15 hours of video editing to release a video that they don't know if it's going to get 10 views, like, hey, that's the risk it can take. You don't want it to have 10 views. Now you got to start applying some of the simple strategies that are out there. Right? You need to start speaking and building your audience. You need to start building your list. These are all the basics. You know, go to Russell Brunson. We'll have that stuff in the success kit in the members area. Learn funnels, learn email marketing, learn content marketing. That's all critical. But what we're talking about is learning the native platform so we can learn to have the quickest amount, like the quickest ability to take what we want to share with our audience and distribute it. We want to reduce that time from documentation to distribution. Because so many of us, you ever go on a trip, you do some GoPro footage, you take some iPhone content, you maybe post a couple times, you wanted to make an amazing video, and then it just sits on the hard drive. Like, is anyone on the back end? I know, especially GoPro with Kay, like, I know we go on a trip, we go on vacation, we go to a conference, we record all this footage, we take all these pictures, and how many of them are we actually posting? Like, we have ideas on what we would do with the content. Do we get to it? Life gets in the way, just like everything else is typical. So what I want us to do is really be thinking about the commitment we're making, right? The vision that we've set. Where am I today with posting? That was this idea of, you know, what platforms am I posting to? How many times have I posted in a row? How many days? What's the most amount of platforms I've ever posted to in one day? You know, we have that Synergy Social Audit log in our success kit in the posted challenge. But also, if we want to just go through day 3, like, we have all these questions laid out. Sit down with a piece of paper. Think about it. I'm posting on Instagram. I'm posting on Facebook. I'm posting on TikTok. I should be, right? My most engaged audience is here. We really need to narrow that down. Again, we have different forms, and that's all part of the success kit. But if you guys just want to, there's free options here. Like, we are out here, especially the GoPro with Cade options. Just leave me a nice comment. I just want some love. I want to show you guys that this is actually resonating with you. But we have an opportunity every day to make a change and positively impact and create action with what we're doing. So what I want us to do is, again, identify where are we today with posting, what do we need to do, or where do we want to be with posting, and what do we need to do to make it that way? Where are we going to publicly commit to that? First, commit to yourself. Right? Write it down on a piece of paper, write it down in your journal, put it down in your notes, screenshot it. Whatever it is you do. I literally use my photos to create and document periods of my time. If you scroll through my Google Photos or my Photos app, you'll literally see events. Like, it's like the Matrix. Like, I can scroll through and be like, oh, that's a significant event. Oh, I was traveling there. Oh, like, I can see it without even scrolling in. Like, Livy and I, we see it and we're like, wow, that's actually crazy. But it's what you can actually do when you start to document efficiently and effectively. How can you be prepared for your perfect post? How can you be prepared when you need the perfect presentation, that perfect webinar, and you have the assets to give you the credibility and authority to make it happen? So again, I'm going to be sharing, opening up my screen real quick. We did a quick editing and shredding session yesterday on day 3. Again, we identified where are we today with posting? Where do I want to be with posting? What do I need to do to make it that way? We commit, we document, and then we post that, right? We post the behind the scenes. We show them exactly where we're going. And that's kind of what we've been doing with this Consistent Entrepreneurs Accountability Group and what we're doing with the Hope.dev Accountability Mastermind. So I have been getting some questions over the last couple months of Cade, when are we going to be able to get physically back together? And it's so funny because I am a sucker for events. I love events. I love getting people together. I love like traveling. I'm a big guy on masterminds. And I'm a big guy. Here's my little Kai Hawaii coffee cup. I'm a big guy on enjoying the time. I'm a big guy on beaches and sunsets and having a nice little vacation while we're working hard too. So we have something called the Hope.dev Accountability Mastermind. If you guys have been tuned in to the Posted Challenge over the last few months, we kicked this off officially, as a paid membership. Started back in September. We had been running it as a free 100-day challenge, right? And that kicked off June 1st, 2019. We would essentially put $500 into the pot as an accountability deposit. And real quick, the accountability deposit. Sorry, I'm just going to, accountability deposit. Oh, I'm going to start doing that on these challenges. That's kind of cool. Even though it is lowercase, but accountability deposit, right? So this is this idea that June 1st, 2019, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired with Andrew Rice, right? We were sitting there at Starbucks, and I was like, what do I need to do to make it that way? I just realized our Zoom can't see that. Sorry, guys. There you go. So the accountability deposit is this idea of if I can leave you with something that will just freaking work for you, right? If you might struggle a little bit with consistency, might struggle a little bit with like sticking to it, because that's where I was. Like, I was so good at like identifying where I wanted to be. I was good at finding where I was today. And I was like really good. Like, I follow all the people like at figuring out that this is what I need to do to make it that way. If you would only wake up at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. every single day, you're going to freaking crush it, Cade. If you only sell your stock at this price, like, you're going to be great. Like, yeah, I get it. So, but in practice, right? In the long term, things happen, life happens, I just would struggle with that. Like, the discipline of it. Right? And this is this idea of maybe self-talk. We talk about self-talk leading to habits, right? And over the long-term, habits leading to disciplines, right? So this is just a little bit of a framework that might help us. But I would be good at identifying where I was today. I would be good at identifying where I wanted to go. And I could literally put out the plan. And we get to like day 21, day 28, day 30, and then like, new plan. Oh, I was wrong. That's why I don't have the overnight success, quote unquote. Like, that's why we're not there yet. I thought I was going to be further along by now. I thought I was going to have the 6-pack abs by now. It must be I'm not doing intermittent fasting. It must be I'm not eating on Monday. I shouldn't eat on Mondays because if I don't eat on Mondays, then I could have an extra 2,400 calories throughout the week so I could cheat, right? You know, like that's not going to impact the other things I'm going to eat throughout the week and throw off all the macros. Sorry, but like I said, we're going to have a nutrition posted challenge here in the next 30 days for an awesome group. But like I'm saying, if anyone's been in that place where you're struggling with sticking with it for the long term, I don't know about you, for the 21-day habit, the 28-day habit, that's not me. Like I need something and some other form of habits. And that's where we kind of came together and was like, okay, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Because if I lose this, like I'm losing $500 because I didn't run a mile that day. I'm losing $500 because I didn't post on social media. Like, not saying I was in an amazing wealth place of my life, but like $500, and I'm not that. Like, come on, like let's make, like I'm gonna make it happen. So it was just enough for me to one, make it happen. You have the carrot out there, right? What you're gonna get from the transformation, the good results of running every day for 100 days. But this was kind of the stick. The accountability deposit was the stick. This was the thing that I was like, hey, if you don't do it, if you don't prove that you did it this day, you're going to lose your deposit. And this has been our actually like the little differentiator that I just want to give you. Because this is the thing that I charge people, doesn't matter where we are in the value ladder with us. This is a secret sauce that I can just employ you to say, call your friend, call your business partner, call the person you've been hustling with on the side forever, call someone you want to do business with, right? Call a client. Hey, let's do an accountability deposit. What's that mean? It means we're going to commit to doing something and we're both going to put some money up. Hey, if you're tripping about where the money goes, say, and if we don't do it, we're going to donate the money to charity. Sound cool? Cool. All right, cool. If you want to do what we did, we ended up making a pot because the idea was, 5 of us, we put $500 in, that's $2,500. And we were like, all right, my dad will hold the pot. And if anyone doesn't do it, we'll divvy out the money accordingly, right? So if like one person didn't do it, we'd split the $2,500 by 4. So it was like kind of this opportunity to kind of make money on the 500. So there was just a little extra incentive there. But this is this idea with an accountability deposit. You can literally call someone today, text someone today and say, hey, let's do an accountability deposit. Cade, what's that? Or Karma, what's that? Or Enrique, what's that? Or Livy, what's that? Like we can literally just say, hey, this is where I am. This is where I want to be. And this is what I think I need to do to make it that way. Right? Or maybe it's even something you want to do and use this as an opportunity to be giving. You know what? The streets down the street, man, I see a lot of trash on the corner. That's where we are today. Where do I want to be? I think we shouldn't have that much. Like, I think we could do something about that. What do we need to do to make it that way? One, we could just spend an afternoon on Saturday, or we could do that every Saturday for 4 weekends, and I think we could clean up the whole block. So, like, what if we committed to doing that? Would you be down? Or, like, I'll commit to doing that. Would you commit to doing something like that? Right? Like, what's the energy that we could just put out there with this idea of an accountability deposit? When I was really, like, getting psyched about this idea of, like, committing every day to running a mile every day for 100 days and showing it was because I just felt like no one would listen or respect me unless I could show that I was really about it, doing it, like, in the grind. Like, that's where the same concept with social media managers, like, how can you actually trust someone that's giving you advice on social media when they haven't even opened the app in a year and a half? That's real, bro. Like, you guys don't even, like, there's people making $100,000 on Instagram recommendations. They don't even have the app on their phone. So I just need us to realize, like, if we want to surround ourselves with people, do this kind of social attention marketing strategy, like, get ourselves surrounded by people that are really about it. Like, that's where I want to employ you to just put something called an accountability deposit down. When we do challenges, so 100 day, we have the I Am Hope challenge. It's a $500 deposit. We've literally just carried over this concept. When you put your $500 deposit down, if you complete your challenge, right, at the end of the 100 days, we just prove that you did it. Like, you literally just prove in our Discord every day you're posting. We just run a bot real quick, sees which days you didn't do it. We ask for verification if you didn't do it those days. You show us verification. Cool, you get your money back. If you can prove it, you get your money back, right? So it's literally this idea of committing to the things, putting our money where our mouth is, and using external sources as accountability, right? That's why people, pay $1,000 a month for an accountability coach, right? It's that external coach, that external source. Where I'm putting people up on game is the accountability deposit. You can do this with anyone at your own accord at any time. You really don't need anything I'm offering. Like, you could just do this. You could go to Facebook right now and say, hey, anyone want to put $100 down and post on social media for the next 30 days? We'll just put it publicly. And if you don't want to send me money, let's just donate it to charity. That's a viable post and a great option for you to be committed to posting every day for the next 30 days. Use that. Use that. If that's what you need to do, if you're I know where I am today, I'm not posting and I should be posting, and I just need to start practicing the art of posting. I don't have the 10 grand, don't have 5 grand, I don't have 3 grand, I don't have a grand. I actually have no budget for social media. Well, that might need to change, but we can get you to places where you're going to buy thousands of dollars of equipment before you start realizing you should have just hired the people to tell you what you get. That's kind of the idea. For example, John Childers has this awesome chunk, and he talks about surfing. Has anyone wanted to surf before? On the theme of Hawaii, right? I've been in Honolulu, I've been in Waikiki wanting to surf, and you go to the beach, right? And maybe you see some people surfing, and what do you want to do? What would you do if you wanted to surf? Would you buy a book on it? If you're on the beach, right, and you wanted to learn how to surf, would you go buy a book? Would you go watch a seminar? What are you going to do? I mean, you're probably going to go find someone that can give you lessons, right? You're probably maybe going to just go out there and kind of get tossed around by the waves, but maybe some people are going to give you lessons because they're like, hey, I don't want to be a liability knowing you're going to die next to me. Hey, here's some lessons, homie. Do you know how to swim? That's actually what we would be doing, right? So we need to know that there is a process to surfing, right? Because we're sitting there on the water and we're sitting there on our board. And what we need to know is let's say we're sitting there on our board. We want to surf, maybe we're getting lessons. And what do we need to do? What do we need to do to freaking surf if you're sitting on your board? Well, I would say you need to look for a wave. If anything, you're going to be looking. If you're just sitting there bobbing in the wave, one, you're going to get knocked over, you're going to get tossed around, you're going to be not feeling the whole enjoyment of surfing. But you got to start looking. You got to start looking for your opportunity, right? You got to start looking for the wave that we're coming. And which wave do we want? Do we just take any wave? Is it the little small rolling ones that are coming in? Is it the medium-sized one? Or is it the big ones, right? If you're out there, you're probably in decent water. That's not going to get you too hurt. You are out there trying to find that perfect wave, right? The right opportunity. And now you've spotted it. We've spotted the wave, right? GoPro with Gay, we've spotted the wave. We see the wave coming. Right? We see the wave coming, and now what do we do? What do we need to do? We need to turn the board towards the beach. We need to get ourselves in position, in other words. So we need to turn ourselves towards the beach, get ourselves in position, and now that we're in position, what do? We need to start paddling. We need to start building momentum, right? Building momentum. And when do we start building that momentum? Is it before the wave is coming, that perfect wave is coming? Are we just now, we're starting before? Or is it at us and now we're starting to swim? Or is it after? Before, during, or after? Before, right? We need to be in momentum when that opportunity comes. If we are not in momentum when that opportunity comes, we cannot catch the perfect wave. So, if we are now in momentum, that wave's coming, we're paddling, that wave's coming, boom, we caught the wave. We are rolling, but what do we got to do now? We got to stand up, right? We got to get up on the board. We got to get ready. We got to do what we've practiced, get up on that board, and what? Yeah, now we're surfing. We are surfing. We are doing exactly what we wanted. If we wanted to surf, if we had a whole life's mission to be surfing, we just did exactly that. And that's what's so exciting. That we just saw and proved that there is a process for everything, right? And if we could just learn the process, and we could learn the right process. And what if we had someone next to us doing it with us that whole time and saying, hey, you didn't catch that wave because you started paddling before or after. You started paddling at the wrong moment. You didn't stand up at the right place. You caught the wrong wave. Where's that outside coach and accountability partner and community that's doing that for us, right? And there's opportunities for one to build that yourself. And I think a lot of people that come here posting, we want to build our community. Yes. What communities are you modeling? What communities are you a part of that are resonating, that you want to model? And this is what we wanted to do with this accountability deposit. So this idea, every 100 days, we put a $500 accountability deposit just to be part of the challenge, right? So for a year, that's about $1,500, but it's a $500 deposit per 100 days. That makes you eligible. And there's two things here. And this is what I want to give you just game to like be able to use for yourself. One, call your friend, call your family. Hey, let's do this accountability deposit. Let's go for 100 days or 30 days, 50 days, whatever. Let's put some money in a pot. Let's do what we did also. Like give them some game on what we talked about with the credible content 6-step model. How can you use your transformation to positively impact and transform others? How can you use your transformation and your experience to transform the trust of the people that are watching your journey? That's what we're talking about in the last 2 days, right? The credible content 6-step model. You know where you are today, where you want to be, and what you need to do to make it that way. You commit to it, you document that process, and you post it. You can just do this shit for free. Excuse me, this is not the NSFW. That's like twice. I have a swear jar. You know what? On the non-NS, there's a new swear jar. Livy, swear jar, posted challenge. We got $2. I'm going to do dollars because this is going to be a long-term set. We got $2 in the posted challenge swear jar. Sorry, guys. The idea is I want to make sure some of these you can watch with your friends, your family, your nieces, nephews. I do want you to be able to bring your accountability partners, and I don't want to approach from a place of disrespect. So that's the whole fun there. But I want you guys to use this opportunity to think about that accountability and what it could do for you, knowing, hey, if I didn't do X, if I didn't read my chapter today, I didn't read 5 pages today, if I didn't read for 10 minutes today, if I didn't do my yoga today, if I didn't eat my protein shake within 30 minutes today, simple little breakdown habits, if I didn't post on social media, if I didn't make an Instagram story, I mean, like I said, I've gone 100 days making a video, selfie video. 100 days, 3-minute video, 100 days live, 100 days live telling a story, right? What does that do for you and your ability? One, you're documenting the journey of I can literally show you like, hey, how'd you get good on video? Like, here's 400 days. Like, boom, right there. What can you do with the people that you know are going to be there for the long term? How can you find those people? And this is another secret little weapon here. The accountability deposit can really show you who is willing around you to put their money where their mouth is. Who are the people around you that aren't just trying to waste your time? Like, hey, I believe in whatever you're doing, whatever we're doing together, let's make this happen. All right? $50, $100, $500. Make it something you don't want to lose, so you're going to be consistent with it. 2, we do this in our group because community guidelines. Community just restriction, right? Like essentially what this does is it makes it so everyone respects each other's time. We have high performers so people that make upwards of, I mean, it's not about their money, but I'm saying their time is valuable and they know that. And they're around they're trying to get the most out of social media without getting the time suck of it. They're trying to get the most out of these platforms without getting the time suck of them. So how can we leverage these strategically, Dan Kennedy style, right? Dan Kennedy, like putting up a block protecting our time. How are we protecting our time? So part of our community is, we're not in there poaching each other as clients because everyone would want each other's services. But we're in there committed to helping each other with what we committed to. So it's not a huge sale or spam fest. This is like, hey, we each said we're doing this. If you're not doing this and you can't prove it, you lose your deposit. 1. On top of that, If anyone breaks any guidelines, is disrespectful, is hurtful, spammy, hate speech, I mean, none of this is even like close to being a problem, but I'm just saying, like, the idea of it being there is like just the actual, think of the people it attracts is what I'm trying to help people see. It's like, are you going to want people that are going to be able to waste and suck and be time vampires for people that are valuing their time? And how can we get ourselves in the room and grow and show what we can do? Because it was like, I mean, I've been working on certain things and skill sets that it took me 2 years to get in the room, and I'm running around with Ed Milet, right? Again, behind the scenes 2 weeks ago, running around with Ed Milet, Ryan Stewman, Steve the VP, I mean, Alex Hermosi, Layla Hermosi, getting to be videographer, sharing all the content with the teams. Like, this was an amazing experience, and we can learn how to shred it content by, like, literally killing the 10,000, 20,000 videographer gigs that we would be quoting someone, you can be using with an iPhone or an Android. Like, I'm not joking there. It is amazing because where you're going to crush people is speed. You're going to crush people with speed. It does not matter how good your content is if it never gets out there. It doesn't matter how good the idea for the content was if it's never posted. So we need to commit, right? So we identified, again, where are we today with posting? Where do we want to be with posting? What do I need to do to make it that way? Right? We commit, we document, and we post. And that's what's fun. So what I want to do is we have a $500 deposit for essentially this. I talked about an offer that I want to put together for y'all. Today's lesson is the accountability deposit, by the way. The accountability deposit is something I want you to walk away from the Posted Challenge just knowing you can leverage forever. If you guys practice neuro-linguistic programming, anything like that, that's a skill set. It's called the science of the brain. But it's essentially pretty much knowing the programming of our thinking, knowing the programming of our actions, and being able to, like, not just manipulate that for ourselves, kind of hack our own mindset, body, disciplines, and habits, but now that you understand that for yourself, you can understand it with others. So, Dr. Bandler is the founder of Neurolinguistic Programming. When we see what we're doing with this public accountability, not just with the accountability deposit, but what we're doing with our Hope.dev Accountability Mastermind. So the Hope.dev Accountability Mastermind, we have that as a private members area. So it's an exclusive members area that gives you access to our events. It gives you access VIP to all our trainings. If you guys see me looking above the VIP Zoom room, that's for our Discord little back office where everything is kind of behind the scenes recorded. I want to make sure that we kind of void that gap of what the fake gurus are doing, really not giving people the behind the scenes. I want to really pull up my screen, show people what we're doing, show people how we can do it together. And that's what's fun about events. So I talked about Hawaii, I talked about fun events, and what I want to show you guys, our Hope.dev Accountability Mastermind, that is $1,000 a month. It's a mastermind that we run out of multiple members area and Discord. What we can do for an annual program, so $12K, so that's $12K for the annual. What we like to do is if someone does an annual program, instead of doing the month-to-month for the 1,000, we end up doing $10K. So that's usually just worked out behind the scenes. All of this is just application-based. We have calls. I have multiple different programs that we position people in. But what I like to do is we've gotten feedback from, this is a high ticket. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't want 10K programs. I don't want $1,000 a month programs. I don't got any of that. I get it. Like, trust me, I'm not coming from a place of, like, these are the only options. And, like, John Childers used to say, he's a very, very good speaker and one of the best speaker trainers ever. He says, never give people a piece of you. And I'm gonna break that freaking rule. I'm gonna break that rule because if you've ever seen like someone create an offer stack, Russell Brunson is like the king of he learned it from others, but using the offer stack in the perfect webinar. And the offer stack is this idea of like taking something and then saying, hey, this is a PDF that like I would actually sell it for $50 because it's valuable, right? But you're going to sell it at volume. You're not actually producing it. You're not printing it. You're kind of just putting it on Google Drive, sharing it in a members area, right? So at the end of the day, I get it. It's $50 PDF, but have you guys ever seen like $50 but valued at $4,997, right? It's the members area for 100,000. I've seen copywriting secrets, right? $125,000 value. What I want to share when I'm doing this, I kind of wanted to bridge the gap because I am from the media agency side, and value versus cost can get really mixed up in people's minds. So when I'm painting out, when I write out people are thinking this might be value, this is just cost. So when you are looking at it now, you can actually see some of the a la carte options that we've started to develop for the Post-it Challenge. If something wants to be done individually, we can make that happen. And I'll narrow that down all the way to the one-on-one sales call as well. So the Hope.Dev Accountability Mastermind, this is what we've been doing since June 1st, 2019. This is the hashtag 100-day challenge. People have seen it as the I Am Hope challenge. Hope.Dev Accountability Mastermind gives them access to our Post-it Pro Bootcamp. It's pretty much everything that we're producing to enhance, grow, scale a business online with digital platforms, digital media. Hope.Dev Accountability Mastermind is going to give you not just access to the training, but access to the people. This is our high ticket program. So this is, if people want access to all of our programs, our events, our trainings, this is a great way to go. It's $1,000 a month. It's a $12K program for the year. To be in that program, we need an active Hope.Dev deposit, right? So it's that accountability deposit. It's $500 on top. So that's $1K with that $500 deposit. We have upcoming in July something that I think is going to be super exciting. So again, the Hope.Dev Accountability Mastermind, we'll just put that at $12K for the year. And there's going to be so many options. So people are looking at $12K like, Cade, stop it. Stop it. Kai Mastermind in Hawaii. So this is actually super fun. For those that want to travel with us, for those that have been, following us since the Hope.Dev Accountability or Summit trilogy, you guys have seen OK World Travel, Olivia and I. We've been to planes, trains, automobiles, documenting our journeys from different conferences, Funnel Hacking Live, all the fun stuff, but showing people how we're shredding, following around, influencers and experts, helping them with, influencer positioned content and being able to turn that around and get that social attention marketing going. So for me, I was someone that when I was first introduced to events, it was Vima Nutrition in Vegas. And, being surrounded by people that believed, being surrounded by the people that actually understood what I was, fearing and kind of doubting. And maybe like we talked about with surfing, like ahead of me, like could actually train me in some of the things. That's our goal with the Hope.Dev Accountability Mastermind, but also a Kai Mastermind in Hawaii. Let's unwind a little bit. Let's unpack. This is a 4-day, 3-night event in Oahu. This will be in July. It's a 6K mastermind. So this will be what I wanted to do is hook y'all up, because 6K and people are like, and travel and lodging and food and stuff. I get it. I know. So I'm going to hook y'all up because two things. Who wants to go? I mean, you guys ever heard that song? It's like, get off the roller coaster and be alone. It's like, who wants to get off the roller coaster and be alone? Right? Like, who doesn't want to be with someone if they could have someone there? Hey, some people just want to be alone. I get it, because I sometimes am just like, let me escape. So if that's what this could be for you, go ahead, escape. I love it. But if we're also someone where we're like, hey, you know what? I have a partner, I have a friend, I have someone that I would like to bring to the mastermind. Here's one thing I want to do. You get a partner in there too. So plus a partner, which would be typically we would do an additional 6K, but plus a partner. So not just a relationship partner, not just a spouse. This could be your business partner, right? So maybe you and your family and your business partner and your family, they're like, hey, this is a great opportunity. Let's shred it some content. Let's go behind the scenes in the platforms. Let's identify how exactly we can dive into the content we have. You're going to walk away with not just edited videos, bumpers, branding, strategy, literally assets delivered to you from the mastermind. But we're actually going to have some speakers. I don't know if you guys know who the Identity Shift Master is from the last challenges, but we have some work to kind of get some amazing figures and influencers there to actually collaborate with you on content. So how cool would that, right? Not just kind of walk away with your own content, be influencer positioned with content that you know your dream customer would love to see you with. So you're going to have opportunities to have a 30-minute to an hour private interview with this influencer and expert working on behind the scenes details. So there's more details coming on that. The July Kai Mastermind in Hawaii, that is a great option. It's going to include your partner, but I wanted to be like, all right, that's a 12K value already. The lodging for the Kai Mastermind, we have an awesome Airbnb that we'll have that's going to seat enough of us. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be limited for the first 5, by the way. Sorry, I got to say that part. First 5, this is going to be included, the lodging. So essentially, lodging's free, just shipping you. So free plus shipping. So you're going to have an awesome opportunity to be not just like hanging out, but like we're going to be making eggs in the morning, bacon. I'm literally going to be showing you exactly how you can use our equipment. We're going to have all the equipment there. You can use cameras that you've probably never wanted to pay for and probably shouldn't pay for, and we're not going to recommend you pay for. But we're really going to, also show you how to use these tools in our hands. Mobile apps, mobile shredding to really just increase the quality and the volume that you're putting out to reach and gain the attention of your customers. So that's going to include lodging as well. Includes lodging. So on top of that, in Orlando, Florida, we have an awesome event. It's called the Synergy Collab Mastermind. That's going to be on the piggyback of Funnel Hacking Live. It'll be the last day / the day over. So people that are attending Russell Brunson's Funnel Hacking Live, that's a great event. It is $9.97 to be a member of that one. Don't forget, here I'm going to hit the kicker with all this stuff at the end. Synergy Collab Mastermind in Orlando, Florida. Dates will be in the follow-up email, by the way. Actually, it's going to be in the recordings. GoPro with Cade. Make sure you're postedchallenge.com the first 5. This is going to go down in the next, now it's about 37 hours. And then we're going to be registering for the May 15th. Again, those 5 slots are all the way until we finish that in July. So wanted to make sure that you guys know that's not 5 slots for this challenge. Like that's 5 slots for everyone that we're going to be marketing this to. So just you guys are the first to hear this right now. Synergy Collab Mastermind in Orlando, Florida. I believe it's around the 27th. I will give you guys more access on that. That's $9.97. Again, what I'm laying out right here is a la carte options for everyone. We have the hope.dev vault. So for those that are like, hey, if you want to take baby steps in here and you're like still kind of garnishing the trust and need the respect or just like dabbling or however you want to put it, like, yeah, don't like dive all in when you're dabbling. Like I'm so there. Like I don't want us to put ourselves in uncomfortable positions until we actually have that identified. Like where are we? Where do we want to go? What do we need to do to make it that way? Then go all in, okay? Then you can go all in because you actually have a plan and you fail. You're going to learn from it. You're going to build on what you thought was the hypothesis. You're going to form a new hypothesis. We're going to go after it again, right? But without that process, we're just going off gut or emotional instinct. We really need to set ourselves apart from everyone else. And we need to start building the confidence in our own selves so that we can commit to the long term for our customers and the people we're trying to commit to and create content for. Because if we're not committed to ourselves for the long term, how can we commit to them? And I've represented, I've literally done media management for people that, this is the thing. Their audience thinks this is the thing. They're sold the thing. And in 3 months, this isn't the thing anymore. This is the new thing. And then in 3 months, this is the new thing. Okay? And that's where you guys are going to hear me talk about it throughout all of these. I don't care how much money, like the number next to any of these, it's going to be about not doing it alone. The key to posting consistently is not doing it alone. The key to making money online is not doing it alone. The key to crushing it with your consulting business is not doing it alone. Like, it's everything. The key to happiness is not doing it alone. The key to creation is not doing it alone. The key to health is not doing it alone. Like, it is a foundational tenet. It's a maximum of what we're going to be talking about in all we're doing. The key to posting is not doing it alone. What I want to be helping you guys see, no matter what you're buying here, documentation is going to be something I'm talking about all the time. We are documenting all the time. Personally, we have over 50 terabytes of footage. I manage over 100 terabytes of footage for our customers. That's a lot of footage. We have a Nest IQ over my shoulder. We have GoPro with Cade streaming. We have a private recording there. We have the GoPro over the shoulder. We got Zoom here, and we got a Nest Hub Max there. Overkill. Absolute overkill. But what we have are using tools like Google Takeout to export that content. So we have VAs going through it and using things like machine learning and algorithms, AI, to scan the footage and recommend what content should we use. It's not overkill then. And that's not a system that anyone needs to start employing until they have the data management and software and all of the content already documented. So what you're going to hear me talk about all the time is documenting. It's a pivotal part. You're going to see it throughout all of our challenges, throughout all of our offers, throughout our events, in our mastermind. If you think about what we're doing with the 100-day deposit in the Hope.dev accountability mastermind, it's 100 days of documenting. We did what we said we were going to do, knowing that we can strategically use that not just in the next couple of months. This is content you could use for life. One transformation, one story. One story is all you need. Your story. How many times throughout this one challenge did I talk about June 1st, 2019, sick and tired of being sick and tired? If anyone's been there, I was just like you. What did I do? I leaned on the things that I knew. Where am I today? Where do I want to be? And what do I need to do to make it that way? What was my missing piece? It was the piece that actually kept me in momentum. Look, over the shoulder right here. This has been here forever. Don't ever lose momentum. Don't ever lose momentum. So, what are you going to see if you're working with me? The key to doing something is not doing it alone. Right? Synergy, collaboration. That's what we're about it. Don't ever lose momentum. Document. Use the V, the WWW. Where am I today? Where do I want to go? What do I need to do to make it that way? Like you're going to get that in everything. Whether you pay $500 for a deposit to be with us for 100 days, $1,000 a month for the next 12 months, $6K to be in a mastermind with us, $6K to bring your partner there with us, $3.5K for lodging, Synergy Collab Mastermind, $997. Like, you're going to be hearing this. But some people want to hear how to do it themselves. Some people want to learn how to do it, and they want to be shown how to do it. And there's people that hire us as an agency just to do this for them, right? We were at CoachingCon 2022 just to follow around, turn around content at scale, 3 terabytes of footage. Can you turn that around to me within 24 hours of leaving the conference? Yes. Within 72 hours, it's in your cloud, and all of your team have access to it. Does not matter if they're in Kentucky, New York, Nevada, or the Philippines. Your content team is ready for scale. So what we're doing is identifying and helping ourselves for the future. When we're documenting, when we're using the credible content 6-step model, I'm betting that you're going to succeed in you staying in momentum long enough for you to use that initial commitment as credibility. I did it, or at least I tried. Hey, I expected this result after 100 days of running. Maybe you didn't get it, Tell that story. What's the frame for to change the game up next? You know what? How I'm responding? 100 days of running didn't do it. I realized nutrition needed to be more of a focus. You know, for the next 100 days, I'm committing to eating on the slow carb diet. Boom, right? Like, how are we showing our audience, the people that we truly say we want to change the world for? How are we showing them? We're not going to freaking stop. Join me now. Join me later. The only problem you're going to have is you didn't get started 100 days earlier. Sound fair enough? Like, that's literally the concept. We're about it, we're committing. We're out here seeing exactly what people are committing to. That's what the Consistent Entrepreneur Accountability Group is such an awesome opportunity to see. What are people committed to right now? What are they putting out there? How can we leverage that as group accountability? Whether you join a program or not, hey, use this as an opportunity to show people what you stand for, that people are hope in the world, that people are making impact, that people are trying to make their dream happen. How many people gave up on their dream in the middle of the pandemic? How many people gave up on their dream 10, 20, 30 years into corporate jobs, or they're working for a corporation, when they know they want to be an entrepreneur, they just never actually tried? They know they want to post. They never do. Why? Sometimes we need the courage. Sometimes we need the kick in the butt. Sometimes we need that carrot. Sometimes we need the stick. So we have that $500 accountability deposit for 3 challenges for a year. That'd be $1,500. Hope.dev accountability mastermind, that's $12,000. So all combined, $13,000. The Kai mastermind in Hawaii, just for you, $19,500. With a partner, now we're talking $25,500, including lodging. Now we're talking, dude, this is some decent amount, 25, 26, 29,000. We have the Synergy Collab mastermind. I'm just going to I'm going to round that up to 1K, so it's $997. So $30K with the Hope.dev vault. That's $997. $31K. If someone wanted all of this, $31K. So for those that are, one, our prestige customers and do buy every single piece, they're getting information and have been a part of this since 2018. So they're just how many years ahead? So every day you don't start, it's just they track a day ahead. It doesn't affect them. They keep progressing. They stay in momentum. If we know we're not in momentum, what are we going to do today? Today, not tomorrow. Today. Free option, I gave you some game. Accountability deposit, call a friend. Hey, let's do some charity work. If we don't do it, let's donate to charity publicly. Let's go live publicly. Whatever, figure out a way. Accountability deposit, doing it publicly. Not free option, $500, $100, something that's juicy enough to make you not like some skin off your back, you know? Other option, go to Google. Find a coach. Type in accountability coach on Facebook, accountability coach on YouTube. You got one. You're talking to one right now. You want to join our programs? This is just the a la carte cost. This is the upfront cost. This isn't like negotiation. This is what we do. Because we protect the people that are coming into our circle and our fold. Discretion is critical. How can we trust if we're sharing everything? It's all about discretion with what we do. So I wanted to also give us an opportunity to identify where you are. So I have this thing called the Synergy Collab 30-point, sorry y'all, content audit. Okay, Synergy Collab content audit, it's $350. This is about 3 hours of my time personally, not our team or no one else is going in it. I'm going and literally going to every single funnel, every single social media platform, identifying top 10 posts, giving you, it's about a 3-hour report that I put together. This is a great option. Our high ticket clients, so when they come and retain us for social media services, on the low end, if we're just doing YouTube or if we're doing an Instagram to Facebook post every single day with Reel, it's about $3K a month, right? For our social media management services, you can think about it about $39,000 a year, $36,000 a year. That's including some strategy, but it's really just the management of it all. I start them off on a Synergy Collab 30-point content audit. So what I want you guys to do is just know, like, if you ever want to work with me, this is an amazing start because I can dive into not just what you think you are today, where you want to be with posting and with your platforms, and what you need to do to make it that way. I can also, from my expertise, identify where I believe you are today, where I think you want to go or should go, and what I think you need to do to make it that way. We go same process for our $5,000 VIP day for a business. We go in and identify with our playbook, and we identify exactly what the plan is you could do with your own team. So you want to hire your own team and do this internally, you do it yourself, right? You want to hire an agency externally, bring it to Fiverr, divvy out the options there, freelancer. This is how you would hire it out. Or you want to bring us to do it, you have us do it. So these are the same options we would kind of do in a $5,000 VIP day, giving it into a 30-point content audit, only $350. Again, these are a la carte options that I wanted to lay out because our feedback has been in the past, I'd like some pieces of that. What's kept me from doing that in the past was, again, mentors saying, never give a piece of you, but I think I understand that in a book. In this model and what we're trying to do, I think there's some opportunities, there's some value to give pieces here. Lastly, I want to give people a one-on-one call with me. If anyone is interested in what we've talked about, all of it, some of it, I really do want to connect. So a one-on-one Zoom call with Cade. So depending on where I'm approaching your business, if you're a current client and we're doing some strategy calls, those are about $350 to $700 an hour, $350 for the half-hour chunks. But those are for strategy calls, right? And that's actually after I've fully taken on a client. These are actually building out of and working out of their retainer. What I want to do for you guys as well is kind of just not just understand where are you today with your business, where do you want to be, what do you need to do to make it that way, or not just with posting. I want to know that for your business. I want to know that for your goals. I want to know that just kind of the overall spectrum. Like, you guys have been following me for the last couple of days, the maxims: health, wealth, happiness, spirit, personal development, community and creation. Like, kind of let's get an overarching view. So what I like to do is a one-on-one Zoom call with Cade. Usually, I'll just for strategy sessions for a half an hour instead of content strategy, just kind of like personal strategy. I think it's a much better rate, but for half an hour, it's $150. And here's what I want to do for those that have been joining us for the Post-it Challenge. It's free. It's free. Because the reason it is at $150 in the past has been because people can just find that link and it's the barrier to enter. How I always approach these calls with $150, if you don't get the value of $150, you would get it back, right? So you would absolutely get your money back. You would just let me know in these sessions. But what I wanted to do is give people that go through these challenges the opportunity to connect with me personally, identify how has the Post-it Challenge impacted you, what did you need, what is it missing? What can I carve out for the future one? These are where we're building off of recommendations from the past. If you guys saw the NSFW one, some people were like, Cade, like, I know you personally. Like, they're clients of me. Like, we swear together. And it's like, Cade, I want to see you swear a little bit. And it's like, yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's make that happen. So it is just about being true and authentic, but also creating this for the right audiences. And I'm about identifying the right people to serve. And if you've given me time, that's the greatest gift someone can give, time and attention, for the last 4 days, I want to give you some time back. So the Post-it Challenge is a great opportunity for us to connect. I want to give you a free 30 minutes one-on-one Zoom call with Cade. So this will be, sorry guys, free. I just want you guys to go. It's actually called, it's going to be the same application as the challenge company. So here's what I wanted to offer for those that have been joining us For those that want a free Zoom call, here's the offer. For those that want the Hope.dev Accountability Mastermind, right? That's a $12,000 a year offer. The Kai Mastermind Hawaii, $6K. We're now at $18K. Partner there too, $24K. With lodging, $27.5. Synergy Collab Masterclass, $28.5. Hope.dev Vault, $29.5. With the Collab 30-point content audit in the Zoom, 30.8, 29.8. That's a lot of Ks. What I'm going to offer is a package deal for the first couple. So we talked about 5 slots for the Kai Mastermind in Hawaii. This is what's going to be going out to our list in 3 days. In 3 days, we're going to start blasting this to our 55 affiliate partners. This is our list. You guys are getting the offer first. So just anticipate in the next 2 to 3 weeks, the 5 slots will be taken up. But for the first 5 people, a free Zoom call. So whether this works for you or not, I encourage you all to schedule a Zoom call. But for the first 5 people, we're going to do all of it for $10K. So essentially, that's like the Kai Mastermind in Hawaii plus a partner. I'm going to give you an annual Hope.dev Accountability Mastermind Prestige Pass. You're going to get the Synergy Collab Mastermind in Orlando, Florida, Hope.dev Vault. You're going to get the Kai Mastermind in Hawaii plus a partner plus lodging, Zoom call, Synergy Collab 30-point content audit. And here's to sweeten the deal. One-on-one calls with me twice a month for 100 days. So that's 7 personal calls on top of the free call. So that's 8 calls you'll get for $10K for the first 5. So this is the same offer that'll be presented starting in about 72 hours when this Post-it Challenge cohort closes down. Our prestige clients will get first dibs, and then the general list will have access. You guys get access because, like I said, time and attention is the greatest gift someone can give. And if someone's showing up at 3 Pacific Standard Time or 6 Pacific Standard Time every day, making it happen, curious for this journey, how to make it happen, surround themselves, like we know there's a process, right? Doing it alone is not it. Let's find out how to make it happen together. And that's where Synergy Collaborations is here, not just to be a partner with you, but I want to personally help champion you and your mission and what you need to happen to make your goals come to fruition and stay consistent with this vision. So 10K, first 5, thechallengecompany.com. It'll be linked below in your members area, y'all. You'll be receiving an email. This offer will be going away in the next 72 hours when we're approaching it to the list. But again, it's less than the cost of Hope.dev Accountability Mastermind on a monthly. So, or the Kai Mastermind and a partner. So I just want to see you guys there. I truly believe if we're all together in the Kai Mastermind, for the people I already know are going to be in the room, it's going to be fun. Like, it's going to be fun. We're going to have an adventure. We're going to be learning in paradise. Like, I think this is like goals. I don't know about y'all, but like, I think anyone out there, there's like, well, how do you get paid? So shoot, let's talk about that on the call. Thechallengecompany.com. Schedule a call with me. I'm looking forward to meeting y'all personally. I'm going to sign off with the behind the scenes at GoPro with Cade. Shout out to our members. Shout out to our Zoom room. I love it. This has been so fun just being with y'all on day 4. The accountability deposit. Please remember that is just a critical thing that we can be using that forever. Combining that, remember, with the credible content 6-step model, right? The vision. Where am I today? Where do I want to go? And what do I need to do to make it that way? Committing, documenting, and posting. Take an opportunity to document today, right? Like, I'm going to do a screenshot real quick. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. I love it. Document, right? Like, this is all about documenting, surrounding yourself with people that lift you up, and that's what we're here to do. So again, the Hope.dev Accountability Mastermind. We have the Kai Mastermind Hawaii, covering lodging. That's 4 days, 3 nights, plus a partner. The Synergy Collab Mastermind in Orlando, Florida. The Hope.dev Vault, that's 50 hours of training, 125 different trainings. Synergy Collab content, equipment, and platform audit, that 30-point content audit. 8 calls with me for the next 100 days. And there's going to be some more surprise bonuses in there. So take that opportunity to do a one-on-one Zoom call with me. Go to thechallengecompany.com. Just fill in a little application, and we'll take it from there. I appreciate y'all. I'll sign off behind the scenes. You guys rock. Let's make it happen. Go fill out that form. Schedule your call. That's your homework for today. Let's get it. Peace. Boom. Let's get it, y'all. All right. That's super fun. So, thechallengecompany.com. Remember, if you are not enrolled at postedchallenge.com, your application will not be valid. So, go to postedchallenge.com real quick, enroll, then go to thechallengecompany.com if you haven't already. I'm excited to see y'all there. We have an awesome mastermind coming. Let's get it. Peace.